login queue, 9,990. Approximate wait time, 0 minutes. Okay, 0 minutes, but I'm 9,990 in queue. Wayfinder. I played it. Based on the website, it's a character-driven, online action role-playing game. Now, they don't say anything specifically about it being a MMORPG on the website, to my knowledge, but it's an MMORPG. And if you've been following this game for the last few weeks, or if you're someone who's tried to play it recently, the first thing you're thinking about, as soon as you open this video, as soon as you saw the title, were server queues, which basically made the game unplayable for the past week. I mean, it was playable, but you had to really fight to get in. Unfortunately, I was not able to play too much, and this video / first impressions is based off of the few hours that I got in the game. Half of the time I played the game was sitting in a queue. Also, today's video is going to be similar to some of the older videos I did back in the day where I did first impressions, or I returned to an old MMO like Arcade in 2019 or something like that, to where it's going to be more in a let's play style of me playing the game, actual gameplay. And then after the let's play, we will circle back to me here with my green screen, where I will share my thoughts post gameplay. Now, if you look at the reviews, most of them are negative. I mean, when I told people about this game who haven't heard about it, like some, IRL friends, they were like, what's Wayfinder? They look it up, they're like, I don't know about this one, Chief. That's, it's got like a fucking 1 star. Like, what's going on? The thing is, most of these reviews are about the server queues, or they're about the founders packs, which people do have a reason to be upset. Paying money to play a game and not being able to get into the game, or having to sit in a 2.5 hour queue to then be able to play the game for 15 minutes to an hour, to have it then crash and send you back into another 2.5 hour queue. You have reason to be pissed. However, me, I'm a veteran, all right? Arcade veteran, where we sat in 18-hour queues just to play for like an hour and have that shit happen again. Me saying that isn't like you're trying to say this is okay, but the thing is, when I look at reviews like this, with every new MMO release, if it is not a flawless, perfect release as far as like the servers go, it always gets review bombed. And so if I really want to know about the game, these reviews don't help me learn anything. It's just the usual review bombing. And like I said, people have a reason to be pissed, but it's just that these reviews aren't going to mean much in a few weeks. But yeah, playing the game, at least before today, was not fun. If you spent the 20 bucks or bought any of the founders packs, you probably didn't have the greatest experience because of that. This is a cycle of new MMOs, unfortunately. They're usually not prepared for launches, and they don't expect this like influx of players, and then this type of shit happens. But this isn't to say like all the negative reviews are invalid or anything, because the game is not perfect. So this video, this let's play, this first impression, is based off of my 5 or 6 hours playing the game. So keep that in mind, that I am not doing a full review. And if you want to see someone who has spent 80 hours in the game, you should check out Force. But before we jump into the game, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Have you heard of the action-packed free-to-play MMORPG Vindictus? Yeah, probably. Well, maybe you didn't know that Vindictus just added a new character, Akel, a handsome spear and shield wielding badass. And with this new character comes some new updates and events to the game, like a free outfit for the new character Akel, lots and lots of summer events, and hot time buffs for every day. Meaning that if you actively play Vindictus, new characters and characters below 30 will receive mini items to make the leveling experience that much more pleasant. And there are tons of characters to choose from if this sexy dude isn't to your liking. Now check it out. If you use the code VINDY2023 Cryy, you'll get 3 days of VVIP with a few other items. But keep in mind, this code is only good for the first 4,000 people that redeem it before the 30th of September. Now, from my own experience, Vindictus has always been a game I enjoyed revisiting, as you can see from the other Vindictus videos I put out on this channel. And every time I went back, I had a good time, and I made a banger of a video. So you should check him out if you haven't seen him already. So if you've ever thought of playing Vindictus for the first time, or had the thought of returning to the game, now is the perfect time. Thank you, Vindictus, for sponsoring this video. The music, beautiful. The surroundings, the atmosphere, beautiful. Actually, like, jokes aside and shit, this town is actually really cool looking. Of course, I got the old ninja run, the Naruto run, because my character's an assassin.
Your sacrifice And that we still don't know. A year ago, the beacon, you survived. We still know. You've been through an ordeal. You were go to the Great Hall.
Okay.
The new wave. I lead the art. What we know. You were only but I can.
The new wave from into the ruins. Okay. Let's go. More combat. The loadout menu is where you can set your active character and equipment. Would you like to learn how this menu works? No. A slime. Very cute. Okay, I gotta get used to this. I mean, so far, I'm digging the combat. It's pretty simple. Let's buff up a bit. Oh, I haven't unlocked my skills. That's because my character lost their memory. I'm trying to figure out what this game reminds me of. It's like a mix of a few things I've played. Alright, let's destroy this thing. Oh, looks like we can't. Not yet. Okay, so when I use my one, there's a second one that goes off, and it looks like it goes in the direction of my next left click. Oh, let's get out of this. Oh. Yeah. I mean, it feels very fluid. The dodging and shit, like, I'm a fan of it. Alright, what's this? I can destroy it. Is it just press F? Yes.
What is this? I hear an echo at the door.
Leave the gloom. Oh, I got an achievement. Thank you. 5 blessing ring. Oh, okay. These are like bonus rewards. Alright, so I got a solar imbuement, great gloom stone, and a ring. Okay.
Welcome back.
Yes, yes, yes. Give me my reward and shut the hell up. Crafting ingredients. This will make me a gloom dagger. Sure, let's make this. Talk to this NPC, then go here. Now back to this NPC, then go here. Now back to this NPC. Come on, bro. Why don't you start coming to me?
Oh, shit, like
Either everyone's in queue right now, or people are out in the actual world of the game. I don't know, we'll find out.
As a Wayfinder, many will act. Right now, I need you to.
Right now, you need me to return where? Better not be back to her. I mean, damn, the world is nice. Like, it is fucking sick. Even if, you know, in 3 hours, I'm like, yeah, this game's mid, I don't like it. Like, I'm just saying, this world is... I'm a fan. Oh. Fuck. Wait a second, goblins. I just need to heal up. Oh, hey, guys. Yeah, maybe I was a little too far in goblin territory. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's a big boy. Like a fucking Overwatch character. Oh, fuck. I keep thinking I have a glider or some shit. Like, what am I doing? Now I have to scale this mountain. Oh, fuck. Can you swim? Okay, you cannot swim. Alright. Looks like we're doing a dungeon or something. That's okay with me. Oh, this thing again. Wait, refill flask? Whoa, okay, so your potions are like flask. I am a fan of that. That's kind of cool. I also like the look of everything. Like, it's a very clean UI. And a very, like, simplistic, like, character menu, which I'm a fan of, honestly. Okay, expedition. Into the gloom. Recommended power 96, I'm 302. Easy. Oh, we're in a party. Are we in a party? Okay, a party of 3. My friends, let's do this. Imbue chalice. I don't know what that does, but let's go. No, you know what this game reminds me of? Gigantic. Like the aesthetic of it reminds me of Gigantic, which was a MOBA. And I honestly was a fan of that game. Sad it got shut down. What is this? Alright, you can find side quests in dungeons. It's kind of cool. Your foes grow stronger is such a weird thing because it's like I can't get past this barrier unless I kill all the enemies anyway, right? They kind of make it sound like killing these enemies is going to make the next wave of enemies stronger, but it's like, I have no choice. Is he getting bigger? Damn. Another achievement. I know you guys can't see the achievement, but you can hear it. Which, you know, I kind of like a game giving me achievements. Usually don't feel like MMOs give a lot of actual Steam achievements. Or like enough to make me feel like I'm getting them. But just any other game of any other genre, this one's just giving them to me left and right, it feels like. Damn, I'm the underdog, eh? Experience gained. So your weapons do gain experience, and a small weapon resonance, bottle of shadows. Oh, this is crossplay. That answers the question. This person's on PlayStation. Dude has what looks like daggers. Yeah, just like me. So I don't understand. I mean, I think I have an idea. I'm really hoping it's what I think it is, which is like your character's appearance is just your character's appearance, and then you can choose an actual class later. Because if I can go greatsword with this fucking character, oh my god. Oh my god.
These webs each has something.
These webs each have something. Brother, just give me my fucking greatsword. Just give me my fucking greatsword, brother. That's all I ask.
I see a Wayfinder.
I see a greatsword. Okay, so Colossus and Titan's Bane are both greatswords, but they have different skills, it looks like. Oh, this is going to be hard to make, I'll tell you that. Can I buy something? If I buy this, can I equip it? Hey, yo. Alright, so I do want to make Titan's Bane. Titan's Bane form, shell, blah, blah, blah. Gonna have to figure out how to do this, guys. Whenever I get to the place where I can farm these torches, I'm doing it. Oh, sexy. Okay, I have to say I'm not a fan of the Great Axe with how slow it is. But it looks so cool. Let me in. Buff time. Oh, but look, I can actually use my Q, which I wasn't able to do when I was using my daggers for some reason. Dodge! I feel like it's gonna slam down in a bit. So we're fighting against this massive shield. Oh, stop locking on. Oh, shit. I tried to get out of that. Nice. Achievement, finding the path. And I'm level 4. That was cool. Not a fan of this weapon, but I'm a fan of how it looks, so I'm going to stick with it for now. I got a Trickster Key, a Gloomstone Shard, Silver Spectra. Let's get out.
He waits another 30 minutes to load into Skylight, as thou city is full of populace and takes more than your average loading time to let one in. Just the last bit, the last percent.
Hurry up. Stone.
The stone that you found it. The gloom is the stone lets you.
Damn, bro loves stones. Alright. Combine the Myriad Stone with your Gloom Dagger. Okay.
I should have told you, Per. I gave you the dagger, our architect.
Shut up, Omen. Okay, so now I can choose different Wayfinders. Apparently there's going to be like 12 more that are planned to release within the year or something like that, so it's going to be a lot to choose from. And although I dislike games that have these types of systems, 12 more added to the 6 available now means 18, so That's enough diversity to make it feel like, you know, different. But being able to switch your weapons is actually super sick, because that changes a lot about this game. Like mixing the different Wayfinder skill sets with the different weapon types. I'm a big fan of that. I want to know what the greatsword plays like though. Is it going to be the same as using the two-handed great axe? Like, are all two-handers just equally as slow and swing the same? I want to be able to make a greatsword. Summon a Wayfinder? I'm not trying to summon a Wayfinder, bro.
Call me then.
Okay. Whatever you say, mommy.
I used to be a spy for the maze.
Yes.
I fought wars you've never even heard of.
Okay.
While you were snug in your bed, I was changing the fate of nations.
I was never snug in my bed, Venomous. I was working a hard 9 to 5. Let me summon her. But here's the thing. You can't. Reward tower? What the fuck is this mobile game shit? I was playing Baldur's Gate the other day. I walked through a door, instantly got fucking bombed by like a goblin. Just like that. Well, I wasn't met with a goblin, I was met with a bomb. Or should I say, like, a fire barrel. Like these. And they just went off. Almost killed the whole party. Oh, fuck. That didn't happen before. Hold on a sec, buddy. Oh, it's you again. He's getting bigger and bigger. Pretty easy. Accessory found. Book of Eventide Prince. Wondering how hard it is to make that lava greatsword. Like, is that something that's going to take me like 40 hours, or is that something I can do like during this first impression? New quest, Master of Arms, Summon Wayfinder. Okay, so that little thing I got, I think it unlocked a portion of being able to get the Venomous. Oh, it shows the materials you need. Okay, what is Master of Arms? You have a great skill with your chosen weapon, Wayfinder, but you are not limited to weapons you mastered in your former life. Well, I already jumped the gun. I jumped the gun. I do love that. You know, if I had went into this game knowing this, it would have made me that much more excited. So, weapon crafting. I want Titan's Bane. You will give me Titan's Bane. Oh, this is going to take me centuries. Centuries to make. What the fuck is this? Do I look like a fortune teller? I make a career change, but I don't have the scars for it. Scars? Motherfucker, do I look like a fortune teller to you? Hey, I feel like that voice sounds a little bit too stereotypical. Forgive me. I'm just a half black man with dreads myself. Alright, travel to Highlands. Oh no. Oh no, no, no! Oh, still here, baby. Wait. Oh, fuck. Maybe I can teleport. Maybe I can teleport. Come on. Come on, come on, let it happen. Yes! Did I just find a workaround? You son of a bitch.
1 hour later.
As far as the story goes, I don't know too much about what's going on because I am skipping the dialogue, because I really want to get as much of this game as I can in with the few hours I have with it before I crash or before I get kicked back into the queue, if that happens again. So I just want to progress as much as possible, explore as much as possible, maybe try another class or try different weapons, shit like that. The story can wait. That can wait for like full release or wait until the servers are more stable, but for now, yo, Cryy don't give a shit. He just don't give a shit. No, that's so like Jinx from Arcane.
It's actually Jinx from League of Legends.
Alright, listen, I'm just talking about the whole animations in Arcane and shit with the spray paint. I don't play League of Legends enough to know that shit, dude. I watched Arcane though. Top 10 greatest shows I've seen of all time. I am noticing some performance issues this time around. And I will say, oh my god, oh god. I will say, like, I don't have the latest GPU. I'm still running on a 2070, I think. 2070 Ti or some shit like that. Never really been the person that's like, I need to have the latest and greatest GPU. I feel like they can last a few years before you really need to upgrade. But hey, if someone here wants to give me a GPU, listen, I ain't gonna complain. The Deep. The Boneyard. Oh, here it is. The end. Please be a different boss. Don't be that glowing dude again. Is it just a wave? Nice, it's level 6. Oh, it's that one guy, I think. From like the beginning? Oh, telegraph. Nice. Those shadows don't fuck around. Hey, Warden. Do you have another quest for me? Oh, she has resting bitch face. Holy shit. Alright, well, let's refill the flask. I like that these things are just around to refill. I am a bit scared to travel to, what is it, Skylight? Because this is where my game kind of disconnected me last time.
A few minutes later.
Fucking kicked me, bitch! Fucking hell, dude. I fucking called it. So, I've managed to get back into the game after another hour-and-a-half queue at 3 in the morning. And I did a pretty difficult dungeon, which I probably just showed you guys. I mean, I don't think the dungeon was that difficult. Just maybe I wasn't geared enough, or maybe I suck.
Look at Randy Orton slithering. Watch out, watch out, watch out!
But yeah, that fucking boss was pretty hard to take down, and looks like I got carried. So, I mean, I know there are ways you can, like, grind to craft this greatsword, but it looks like that was light years away. And so, I just put 10 bucks into the game and bought me a greatsword. Would I consider this pay to win? Nah, reminds me more of like Warframe. It's like, you put the grind in for like 20 hours and get the weapon you want, or just spend 10 bucks, whatever. I'm not complaining. I don't think I would care too much if I didn't have the $10 to spend, but because we're doing this video, I was like, you know, I'd like to test this out and see how it is and not make you guys stare at a basic ass axe the entire time. So I haven't actually used the greatsword yet, but we're about to. Holy shit. Okay. I'm a fan of the greatsword. I'm so glad this doesn't perform the same as the great axe. This is more my style.
Gobi doesn't like lava!
Fuck you. Whoa. What fucking level are these things? Why'd I die? Brother.
Please help me. Please.
What the fuck? Look at me. Alright, who's buying? The engineer. You buying, bro? Relic crafting. This is cool. Too broke to craft shit. I don't want to die. Oh, I'm fucking locked in. Okay. It remains active. Okay, so we didn't destroy it. Well, I mean, no one was helping me, alright? I tried. I get an A for effort. Oh, big man, big man. Like, 2 of those bullets can kill you. Perfect dodge right there. Goodbye, my boy. Alright, we're actually completing this quest log. Let's do this. Sphere 2. So the difficulty is going to be a bit harder on this spider boss. Oh, leveled up by jumping. Am I by myself? Fuck off. I guess I'll try it. Maybe I'm alone because they know it won't be so hard. Alright guys, wish me luck. Ah, dodging with the wrong fucking button. Telegraphs. Oh, she's fucking strong. Whoa! Dude. Every time I get like a break, he just fucking hits me again. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do this solo. Just saying. What are you attacking, my boy? Oh, what? The fucking baby? I was in the middle of healing. God. You have to time your healing right. Alright, yeah, no way I can solo this. This was a fucking mistake. I mean, maybe I could beat it if I got super sweaty and attempted it like 16 more times, but I don't have that in me. I could try this. See if it groups me up with someone else. Matchmaking's on. Let's just see. Yes. There are people. Are they already at the boss? That's what happened, the one slime boss I fought. Let's do this. Whoa, whoa, what the fuck was that? Whoa, whoa, I locked on? How? How'd I do that? It's possible! I should have read the controls. I still haven't read the controls. Instead, I just sit here and say, whoa, how'd I do that? And then I never find out how I did that. I don't know how to get out of this lock-on. But I think both are dead. Oh. Okay, well, I'm out of it because they died. But I still don't know how the fuck I did that. Whoa, one hit? One hit and we're both down? Hey, 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 hey! Woo! Quickly now. Alright, we can do this. We can do this. We'll have the guys tanking. Take care of the bird. We got the bird, baby. Oh, where am I going? Alright, so far so good, I think. He's almost got the bear. We did it. Okay, we did it. I wonder how much I missed. Like what enemies were first before the two guys. Maybe it was just the two guys since, you know, you're seeing these like purple barriers around all the creatures I just fought. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Welcome back. Let's talk about my experience with Wayfinder post gameplay, post hitting level 8 or level 9. As I'm recording this, I want to play the game. Like I want to go back into my office and play the game, which is probably what I'm going to do after this recording. Let's talk about the good of the game and then I'll talk about the bad. So the good, I'm actually a fan of the gameplay. I enjoy the action combat and the action combat system with fewer skills because this allows you to focus more on like character movement and more of the environment of the game. It kind of makes it more immersive rather than giving me like several unnecessary skills on top of the several basic skills that just kind of makes me focus more on combos and shit like that. When it comes to action games, I like when there are fewer skills. Personal opinion, or it could be because I suck. I am a fan of games that have tons of skills, like Arc Age, Final Fantasy XIV, and shit like that, but I also am a fan of action combat games that just give you less of a skill pool. It just makes me feel like the focus is more on the combat itself, like the mechanics and the bosses and shit. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how I feel. It feels like I get to experience being more of like an assassin, like a ninja when it comes to dashing and doing flips and shit and jumping over stuff rather than like, I gotta put this buff on, followed by this buff. It does have some depth to it, but it's not too much to distract from like the game. I'm not really good at explaining stuff. I get it, I know. The world of this game is fucking beautiful. You probably heard me say it in the actual gameplay, depending on how Hero edited the video. I was really fascinated by the world of this game. Like I was like, damn, this is immersive, this is nice. The music goes very well with the atmosphere. It reminded me of like Arcane. And when I say that, it's not like I don't know what League of Legends is, I only know Arcane. It's just like, if you've watched Arcane, which is based in the world of League of Legends, which has a really cool world in my opinion. I think like Riot does good at world building. It makes me feel like I'm playing in that world. So that's not a bad thing, that's a compliment. And here I am talking about League of Legends again in another MMO video. I've never actively played League, so I don't know if any of you think that. I never have, luckily. But it's not just due to like the design of the game, but the overall like style. They kind of give me that League vibe as well. As far as the difficulty of the game, I enjoyed it. As what feels like the main focus of this game might be like the dungeons, being able to like change the difficulties and add different buffs or debuffs to the dungeons, or things like, you know, gaining gold or making the boss have fire-based attacks. I thought this was super cool. And based on my experience trying to solo some of this stuff, I can see making for good content and making for good challenges, but it also was super difficult. Even with some of the people I played with on and off recording, I had some trouble with some of the bosses, even being near or a little bit above the recommended gear score. Now this could be because I suck. I've only played for like a few hours, but it could just be in general the bosses are hard, and if this is how it is before level 10, I can't imagine what the end game is like, and I feel like it's going to make for some super fun content with friends or with a group. So that I am excited about if I keep playing. I'm actually a fan of the questing. It was a bit generic. I mean, I can't really think of any examples where an MMO can do questing in such a unique way to where you're like, wow, this was the best questing I've ever had. I mean, if someone has an example, please let me know. But most questing is usually like, go here, come back, or go here and do this and do this and do this, and then come back. And with this game, at least the way it felt was every time I went out to do something, I had like multiple objectives in that area. So it didn't feel like I had to just do like one and then run back. It's like I can do multiple and then go back to turn in. But also every time I went out to do an objective, I would get lost in the world and start doing something else, like fighting new enemies or doing a world event or just finding new loot. So it always felt like I just kind of got lost in the game rather than hyper focusing on the objectives of the quest. And it also has this breakdown of like phases. So it's like you're doing this first and then this and then this and then turn in. And I don't know, that just felt a little different. It's still generic, but it's dressed up nicely. The class system. As much as I'm not a fan of games, especially MMOs or MMO lights or whatever you have it, that want you to select a character rather than selecting a class, this one feels pretty good because it doesn't lock you into a character's appearance and class and weapon set. It locks you into an appearance and class, but your weapon or playstyle can still be different, which I feel like really adds another layer of customization to the game. And I've heard they already have like 12 new characters planned or 12 new Wayfinders. So by that time, I think there will be 18 in the game within like a year. And if there's 18 different characters, basically 18 different classes, and there's also different weapons, it's going to make the game diverse enough to kind of feel like you are your own character, especially with the different appearances available. You know, at the end of the day, somewhat as a con, I still wish you can make your own character. I know that would take away from some of the story and some of like the uniqueness of this game, but if they could keep the aesthetic and the way like the characters look and allow you to make characters that are that unique in appearance, from a big muscle mommy to like a wraith to a pierced up like emo poison girl, I think that would be sick. But regardless, I find the class system to be like a pro and a con. Let's talk about some of the bad that I can think of right now. Obviously the servers were horrendous, but I think the game's more playable now if what people are saying is true. And I never expected the servers to be this bad for like more than a month, as the way with most MMO launches. I don't want to focus too much on the server issues. You've seen them for yourself, whether you've experienced it or just watched this video. I guess on this bullet point here is about the class system. I basically just kind of gave my take on that. And loading. Every game doesn't have to be open world for me. It can have like giant zones. I'm cool with that. But it's just the amount of loading in this game was... It felt like I was like playing like an older PS2 game like on disc, you know? The loading was not fun. The loading would sometimes cause me to crash, and the loading could be because of the server, so it might be better. But loading in this game, it just felt like I was always loading. As many times as I just said loading in the last like 30 seconds. Then you have being able to grind for weapons versus buying weapons. So I did do that in game. I just ended up buying a greatsword so I can kind of try it out. Yeah, it's shitty when someone is able to just buy something right away and you have to grind maybe 10 plus hours for it. But at the end of the day, it's still obtainable. It just takes more time. If the item is obtainable through gameplay, I don't think it's too bad. I think it can be somewhat shitty for people that have to, you know, see you go and be like, man, I really want to try greatsword. And you're like, yeah, me too. Can't wait to farm the materials for this one. We just need to hit this dungeon like 44 times and then hit the cave up in this zone like 26 times and hope that this item drops. And your friend's like, well, I could just spend 10 bucks. And you're like, yeah. And then he AFKs for like 2 minutes and he comes back, he's just got the fucking greatsword on his back. So that could be a shitty thing, but being as old as I am now, and once I started like making money and shit, I stopped seeing this more as like, that's pay to win. It's just like, man, it's just pay for convenience. I can't really say I care too much about it. Like I can see why it would be shitty, but I also don't see that as like a thing to give the game a negative review, but I can see why it's a negative. The targeting in this game, now I accidentally discovered that you can lock on. Probably should have just opened the control menu and like realized that I could do that. But even without locking on, because I don't think this game is supposed to be played where you're locking on to every single target. That would be pretty annoying, especially with some of them dying so quickly. So when you're playing the class like me, which was Nis, like an assassin, dashing through these enemies, even like being in the line of sight, she'd just go in the opposite direction or kind of miss them, and it was like, this is a big fuck up for this kind of class and this action combat, because it's on cooldown and I have to wait again to use it, and I was aiming properly. Like, do I have to target every time I'm going to do this? That's a bit annoying. So I will say, like, the combat, at least targeting, was a bit wonky. And then also the game was a bit buggy. Like, there were frame drops, there were issues with like characters floating, and just some very like usual generic bugs. Nothing too game breaking on my side, except like crashing twice during loading screens, but early access shit. Based off my 5 or 6 hours, I can say this game seemed pretty good, seemed pretty cool. It's not anything that I'm going to fall asleep thinking about every night and being excited to wake up and grind again. It just seems like something I'll kind of play to pass the time if I continue playing after tonight, but maybe that could change in the future. I don't know. I also don't know what the end game is like. Is the end game going to be the same cycle as it is now, which is like once we've completed all the quests, we just have all the dungeons or bosses unlocked, and then all we do is farm them on different difficulties for better gear score? What's the true end game of this game? I don't know. And maybe if I knew that information, I could tell you, like, you know, this is something to be excited about because the end game opens up so much, but I don't know. And that's why this is just the first impression. So based off the first impressions, I really enjoyed the look of the game, the aesthetic of the game, the combat. Not being a fan of character type games, I was like pretty surprised that I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of like this. Really, it's been a while since I've played a new MMO. I mean, it's been years since I've played a new MMO where I'm like, this is pretty good. And that's how I felt with this game. So again, I'm just speaking from 5 or 6 hours of actually playing the game. If I didn't have to wait in queues, maybe like 10 to 12 hours, which could give me a lot more insight. But first impressions, it's all right. It's pretty good. I would recommend it. I wouldn't recommend spending money right now if the queues are still disgusting, but make sure that they aren't first. Ask a friend or check Twitter updates or something. That being said, thanks for watching the video, and shout out to our sponsor, Vindictus. If you want to try it out, make sure to use my code and also the link down below in the description. And with that being said, I will catch you all in the next video. See you soon, friends.